Okay, allow me to read again 1 Corinthians chapter 11, this time verse 23. It says here, "For I have received from the Lord that which also delivered to you, that the Lord Jesus on the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, 'Take it, this is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me,'" in remembrance of the Lord. In the same manner, he also took the cup after supper, saying, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood. This do as often as you drink it in remembrance of me," in remembrance of the Lord. "For as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death till he comes." Heavenly Father, again, we thank you for the privilege and the opportunity, Lord God, to be partakers of this element that symbolizes your blood and your body. Lord, we just pray that as we continue to commemorate this ordinance, Lord, we pray that you will always remind us your love and what you have done for us on the cross. We thank you and we love you. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Okay. Yan, babaan ko na lang. Yun. Medyo malakas na yung feedback. Okay. Can you hear me at the back? Yes. Okay. It's not too loud, right? It's just right. Okay, thank you. Again, good afternoon. And this afternoon, as I mentioned to you last time, we're going to continue studying with our main lesson. It's just going to be a continuation of last week's message, and this time we're going to close it, part 2. And I'm going to end this 2-part series sermon, and it's going to be tonight. And again, we're still on the story of Gideon, soldier of trust, but this time part 2, ready to rumble. So have you heard that? Ready to rumble? I always hear that when there is a boxing fight. But this time, as we all know, Gideon is being prepared by the Lord to rescue his people, the Israelite people. And again, just as a review of what we have discussed last week, I'm going to walk you through our purpose, which is to learn the principle and the lessons of trust to the life of Gideon. So this is our main theme. We are still on the topic about trust. We're not moving forward to the topic or the theme of the month, which is love, because I'm giving that to Pastor Edison next week, which we will be celebrating our Valentine's celebration. So attend. Be able to understand and apply it into our life. Of course, we have taken some glimpse last time about the background, about the book of the Judges, which basically it's a historical narrative that contains God's faithfulness with Israel. Despite of the repetitive falling away, God provided them a deliverer, namely the Judges. Remember, the reason why we have the book of Judges, because of the story of how Israel fall and came back up with their sin, right? So up, down with their sin. And the book was written somewhere again on 1050 BC, before Christ, and it was written about the things of the Judges stage. Remember the 9 stages of the Old Testament that we have studied last time? I'm always reminding you, always try to memorize this because it's just only 9 stages, 9 periods, yung siyam na panahunan in the Old Testament. So the creation days, the patriarchal, the Exodus, the conquest, and the Judges days. This is where we're studying our topic for this afternoon. And after that, the other succeeding stages. The book purpose was to show the consequence of the disobedience to God and the necessity of summoning a righteous king who would lead the people of God. And it's good to know that judges, the meaning of judges in this book, they are not only judges. Hindi lang sila yung parang Supreme Court. They are also ruler. Okay? They are basically the military rulers of that time. And another good thing to note is that the book of Judges, if we're going to study it, it is not arranged chronologically. So when you read it, don't think that yung magkakasunod-sunod niya is according to the years. But there are stories that was mentioned ahead of the other. Okay. So we discussed last time, Gideon the Soldier of Trust, part 1. But this is part 2. And these are the things that we learned from part 1. Number 1, remember the 3 points that I mentioned last time? Which is number 1? God uses tough times to get our attention. Why? Where did we get this idea? We get this idea because during the time there was a problem. And remember, what's the problem with the Israelites? They forgot God. But they forget what God has done for their life. So that's the reason why they are always in limbo. They are always up and down with their relationship with the Lord. Minsan bati sila ng Panginoon, minsan galit, minsan bati, minsan they are at peace with God. Sometimes they are separated with God. And we remember that there was a payoff during that time. What is the payoff? God allowed them to suffer the consequence of their failures. Remember? That was the payoff. Because of their problem, there was a payoff. They are outside, the favor of God. Pagka nasa kasalanan tayo, wala tayo sa loob ng protection, ng favor ng Panginoon. And there was a payoff. And in Judges, verses 6, chapter 1 to 6, at the end, we found out that they are crying for help. Remember, the Israelites, they cried for help after how many years? 7 years. Nakikinig si Ate Norma. Diba? 7 years. Present siya. He was present last time. That the Israelites waited 7 years before they asked for help. And that is our point last time. Let's not wait for 7 years before we say, Lord, I need your help. The moment that we sense that we need God's help, let's immediately ask for God's help. The second point that we have learned last time is, God sees beyond what we can see. What do you mean, Brother Adel? Remember, God has a plan and a purpose to rescue the Israelites. He has this vision already, right? He wants to rescue them. And the first thing that God did, when the Israelites cried out for help, na-delay ba yung messenger ng Panginoon? No, remember? He immediately sent an unnamed prophet. And what is this prophet did? Or what does he do? Basically, he reminds the Israelites about God's promise. And he reminds, the Israelites that this is what you have done. You disobey God, despite of all the promises. And that is the way God is correcting them. And God has that purpose, and along with that purpose, He used a resource. And this is where Gideon came into the picture in verse 11. Gideon was introduced on the story when the angel of the Lord appeared to him while he was, what is he doing with the nagbabayo ng, how can I say it in English? Wheat. He was threshing. Okay. He was threshing. Is that the way how you thresh the wheat? No, right? You do it like that, right? In the Philippines, you thresh the rice like that, to remove the covering of the rice. But for the wheat, probably pinapagpag lang nila yun. I don't know. I'm not a farmer, but basically the idea is Gideon was threshing the wheat and he was in hiding. And remember, when the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, Gideon, we know that Gideon was afraid because they are being terrorized by the Amalekites and the Midianites. But Gideon was hiding. But remember, God sees beyond what Gideon can see. He told Gideon, mighty warrior. Mighty warrior, he was hiding under the closet. No, the reason is that God sees that no man can see. Right? And this is the reason why we have that second point. He wants to rescue the Israelite, and he used Gideon as a resource, and he makes him realize that the Lord is with him. And that is the reason why he said, the Lord is with you, mighty warrior. And that is our second point last week. What is the first one? Before I jump into, God uses tough times to call our attention. Did He call your attention this week? Oh, really? There are some troubled times this week? Okay, and then secondly, God sees beyond what we can see. I hope, using this point, we can evaluate and realize that God is more capable of doing things beyond what we can see. Okay, beyond what we can think. And the last point that we have last week, based on Judges 6:13-24, is that God's presence precedes His priorities and promise, actually, and His promise. When He sent Gideon, He said to Gideon, you will be the one to rescue and deliver my people. He said, I will be with you. Hindi niya sinabi, He never said, go and be yourself and conquer and rescue my people. No. That's the reason why I was saying here, God, when God sent or task, pinutusan niya tayo, when God tasks us to do something, mind you, He will be there already, waiting for you to accomplish His task. Pag sinabi ng Panginoon, pumunta ka doon, Adele, I will send you there and do ministry, I will guarantee you,